Hi fans, thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report. Alright, got a bunch of news, might as well let you know what it is, huh? Nothing too exciting went on, but on a recent episode of MLW Radio, Road Dogg BG James, Jesse James, whatever you want to call him, he's the one writing most of the creative for the WWE SmackDown these days, and he had a recent social media response to fans criticizing criticizing him. It's kind of interesting, I guess. All right, it says on a note, we told you about how Road Dogg recently told fans to try checking out Lucha Underground and Ring of Honor if they were so unhappy with the WWE product. He was responding to a fan who wrote, ISIS didn't bomb WWE Survivor Series tonight. WWE Creative did. So anyway, if that's speculation, James's controversial tweets mentioned Underground and Ring of Honor that could have really got him into hot water with the higher-ups in WWE, but speculated if someone in WWE wanted to get James in trouble, all they would have had to do is bring those tweets to light and to the right people's attention, but if they didn't, for some reason they didn't. So man, he holds some clout around there, I guess. Former WWE star JTG turns 31 years old, while former WWF light heavyweight SS Rios turns 37. Also today would have been the 40th birthday of former WWE developmental talent Steve Bradley. And a longtime contributor to the Hotline, Rocky Cook, has a birthday today. I want to thank him for all his backstage work. All right, here's some attendance figures of WWE. Well, some of them's NXT. NXT drew a sellout crowd of 300 in Orlando, Florida. Largo, Florida, a sellout crowd of 300. December 4th, this is all around the first part of December. Johnson City, Tennessee, drew about 5,500 fans. That's the Roman Reigns tour. Citrus Springs, Florida, NXT, 225. Apparently wasn't a sellout. And the 5th, Fayetteville, North Carolina, drew about $100 fans. And December 6th, Charlotte, North Carolina, about 5,200 fans. The 6th in Florence, South Carolina, 3,500 fans. And the Raw drew in North Charleston, South Carolina, 7,700 fans. All right, Cal Bishop, or Clayton Jack, whatever you want to call him, who was released from WWE in October, is training for a 2016 Olympics as a freestyle wrestler in the super heavyweight division. He last wrestled competitively in 2012, placed 4th in the NCAA tournament. Cal's departure was featured on WWE's NXT Breaking Ground this week. Don't know what the reason for the departure was. But anyway, the alliance between Zeb Colter and WWE United States Champion Alberto Del Rio was a Vince McMahon idea, and it appears they've ended the angle after feeling that it's kind of ran its course. Everybody didn't go out and buy those Mexican-American flags, apparently, not enough of them. And it's possible that the split seen on Raw was just a swerve angle for Swagger versus Del Rio, WWE TLC on Sunday, but they've had plans for Del Rio to be alone going into 2016, which he should be. He does good promos. Zeb needed to be with somebody that's not so good with promos. Maybe Swagger. I don't know. Anyway, WWE's new poll up asking fans, who has the mental edge heading into TLC's Sunday pay-per-view event? Is Paige, the WWE champion, Charlotte? Which one? Over 3,000 votes. Paige is leading with 71%. Of course, she's got a little Ric Flair on backing her up too. And it's now confirmed that the WWE Network pulled the recently added Stampede Wrestling episodes due to Bret Hart owning all footage that has him in it. As noted, Bret Hart's parents gave the rights to the content to him before they passed away. This has been known for years, so it appears there was some kind of miscommunication somewhere. Bret actually found out about Stampede Wrestling uploads on Twitter. And Wrestling Observer reports that Hart called WWE Marks Carrano who claimed to Hart that WWE owned all the Stampede, wrestling's footage after the deal was made with Bruce and Ross Hart. Brett then contacted Vince McMahon, who said he would look into the matter first thing this past Monday. Hart also contacted WWE's attorney, Scott Annan, and said there would be an issue of the footage. There would be an issue if the footage wasn't removed. There you go. Brett then sent a copy of the agreement between WWE and Ross Hart, and apparently says Brett owns the right to all footage involving him. So he just probably wants some extra money. Maybe Vince didn't want to give it to him. Oh well, Vince probably didn't know to begin with. But Vince ordered all Stampede footage wrestling be removed from the WWE network until the situation is resolved. No word yet on when the episodes will be back. As soon as money is settled on. All right, there's no reason for anybody to give you a car and then somebody take off and drive it without you getting something out of it. I hope that's a good analogy of it. Anyway, Sting just appeared on Ric Flair's Woo Nation podcast, revealed that he needs neck surgery after facing Seth Rollins at WWE World Heavyweight Title event in Night of Champions a few months ago. Sting suffered a career-threatening spinal injury during that match, and Rick asked Sting if he's feeling better. He says, well, yes and no. Sting responded with a certain candid honesty. He says, obviously that night I had some problems. It wasn't Seth's fault, completely mine. Says, I have no idea what I did to my neck, as far as the whiplash on both buckle bombs. But the second one, I was having a casual conversation in my own mind thinking, okay, Steve, tuck your chin. Do what you know how to do. Apparently he didn't do it as much. Sting said he could barely walk following the second buckle bomb, but knew that, and man, that was a vicious bomb too in the corner. But knew the stakes were too high to quit. Somehow he mustered and wherewithal, performers had about a couple of minutes till the finale anyway, so he opted to just go home. Sting is set up to undergo surgery at the hands of Dr. Joseph Maroon, and hopefully he won't have to have anything fused. That's bad news when you get the fusion going. He says he'll have the same procedure done that John Cena required a few years back, and is confident he'll return to the ring for one more match. Hope it's Seth Rollins, and he can throw him into the turnbuckle a couple of times. That's kind of it's kind of mean when you got such a younger guy, really mistreating an older guy. Kind of like the Colts. Well, they mistreated the quarterback. They can't keep the people away from the quarterback. Boy, he got hurt, bruised, beat up last weekend. He'll be back. Thanks for clicking, you guys, both of them. I gotta go.